I'm going to show you how to change your language in SharePoint Online using the out-of-the-box way with SharePoint. Is it by changing your browser language? The answer to that is generally no. If you have your language in a profile, and you probably do, that's going to override your browser language every time. So what you have to do is to change the language in your profile. You also have to know that changing your language only has an effect when the site that you're on, the SharePoint site that you're on, supports the other language that you're changing to. If it is not one of the languages that it supports, the language change is not going to have any effect. So what you have to do first is in your personal menu, you have to find your profile, my Microsoft 365 profile. It might say My Profile, it might say About Me. And then there's a button here that says Update Profile. So I'm going to update my profile. Scroll down, there's a question saying, how can I change my language and regional settings? So we will expand that. It says click here, click the ellipsis, click on the word here. So once you click on that word here, that brings you to another screen in another tab. That is an old style profile screen. Click on the three dots here to expand it. There's something called language and regions. Select the language and regions. My current display language is English. What I'm going to do is pick a new display language. I'm going to pick French. You'll notice that there's several different versions of English that you can pick. It doesn't matter which one you pick. SharePoint is smart enough to say if you've picked English Australia, it's going to switch to the version of English that it does support, which is English United States. There are lots of languages that SharePoint does not support at all, so don't choose any of those. I'm going to switch to French. I'm going to switch to French France, which is the one that SharePoint supports. I'm going to add it to my list of display languages, and now it's my second choice of language. So I can either put it as my first choice, but even better is to just have one choice of language so that it doesn't go through an algorithm to decide which one it's going to show. It's going to show French, okay? You then have to scroll down to the bottom, click Save All and Close, and here it shows you a message saying it may take some time for this to take effect. And it could take 10 minutes, it could take an hour. You never know how long it's going to take. It's going to take different amount of time on different sites, but once you have finished, see, everything is still in English. And if I go back to the original site and reload it, it's still in English. But if I come back in an hour and reload this page, you're going to see it in French. Okay, I'm not going to have a 1 hour long video where you wait for this to happen. I'm going to show you a fast way to do it, and while I'm here, I'm showing you how to do it using the PointFire 365 tool. So if you have PointFire 365, changing your language is very straightforward. You go into your personal menu, there is a language drop-down. I'm going to choose French, and when I do, after a couple of seconds, then everything is going to reload, and my user interface is now going to be in French. So that's how you change your language.